What's going on, Holmes? Sega Man back here with another top 10 video. And this top 10 video is going to be my Sega Master System games. Now this was another tough one that I had to pick out of my collection of Sega Master System games that I have, because I tell you, I have a lot. I mean a whole lot. I have a lot that are complete, and I have a lot that are also not complete. A lot of these games I found a long time ago. I'm talking like over 10 years ago at a thrift store for like $1, $2, and at the time I didn't even have a Sega Master System. I was thinking ahead. I said, let me pick up all these games and then someday I'll own a Sega Master System. About a year or two later, I'd say maybe over a year later, I found and got a Sega Master System at this place called Gaming Culture on the south side of town where I live. And I know you guys been liking these top 10s, and I want to say thanks a lot for liking the top 10 videos that I do on my games. I really appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing, guys. And I'm loving the comments. You know, you guys are great, man. You guys make me happy when you comment. It doesn't even have to be a positive comment. If it's something you don't like, that's fine. That's your opinion. I accept your opinion. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of these videos that I do is find out other people's opinions on what they think about games or games that I talk about, and that's great, guys. So you keep doing that. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it. I appreciate all my subscribers and loyal listeners of the Sega Man's channel, man. I just want to let you guys know I really do, and I will always subscribe back to you if you have a channel. No problem with that, as long as there's no trolling, you know, or anything like that. And you guys like gaming and like playing games and reviewing games like I do, and a lot of my other friends do, like Hebot and E-Rock, and you know, my friends like that, people that talk a lot about the games in the game industry, like Mr. 100, and everybody's different on how they do their platform. So you should you should learn to accept that. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. You know, everybody's not the same on how they do their platforms. So let's not go any longer on that, and let's get to this top 10 I have of my Sega Master System games. Alright, now we're going to start with number 10. This game is called, I believe it's called, if I'm saying it right, it's called Kenshin. Now, this was another game, I'll show you it. This is a Sega Master System game. This game also came out on the Sega Genesis, and I believe it's called Mystic Defender. So that is like the sequel to this game, and I also have Mystic Defender on the Sega Genesis. But this is if I'm correct, this is the first installment of that game. It is an awesome 8-bit game. It is the artwork, you know, like I said, back in the day, it might look a little plain to you, you know what I mean? But, you know, you can tell they took a little bit of time in this artwork. You know, some of the artwork that they did for the Sega Master System games. And yes, the background here and stuff is kind of plain, but that's how they went with the American system. Now, I don't know if the European games were like that, the box art, it might have been, you know, but this game it's a pretty cool game. That's the back of it. If you can see a little bit of it there, a little bit, but it's a great hack and slash adventure game, and it's really good. You know what I mean? I never actually got to beat it, you know, but I like to go back and play these games over again because they just have great nostalgia to them. But that's my number 10 game, Kenshin. The next one here is another game, which is my number 9 game. This is called, and this is a great game. They've made sequels to this game. I have one of them. This is called Fantasy Zone: The Maze. There's another great game I picked here up on the cheap for the Sega Master System. Kind of like it kind of works like a Pac-Man type game. You can see on the back there some of the boards on there. But this is a really fun game. You know what I mean? You have to get the little creatures here. You hit them with your little laser beam, and it's really good. You know what I mean? It's really hard today and it's in great condition. To find these games with the actual booklet in it, and as you can see, I keep my stuff in very good condition. You know what I mean? But that's my number 9 game, and it's a pretty good maze-like type game. If you could find, you could probably find some of these games on a cheap with just a cartridge. But if you want to find most of these games with complete, it might cost you a little more, but it's a great game. Now my number 8 game here, it's another great game that I also have on the TurboGrafx-16, but they made a version of this, arcade version of this, for the Sega Master System, and it's called Vigilante. Vigilante is a side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's a great game. It's really, really good on the TurboGrafx-16, but it's also not bad for an 8-bit game on the Master System. The graphics are still pretty good, old school, nostalgia graphics. The artwork is pretty decent too. And on the back it shows you a little bit of some of the boards on there. Now you might be able to find these games, you know, like I said, maybe for a good price with the cartridge. And you know, and if you were wanting to get into the Master System, invest in one if you want to become a collector of old school gaming systems, because it's just something else you can explore in gaming, and something you might find out that you might enjoy, young guys out there, young gamers. You know, give it a shot. This one is also complete. You know what I mean? And I think it actually has, I think it has a little, I'll show you real quick. It has a little poster with it. And this actually shows you some of the Master System games, I believe, on the back. And I'll show you the other side after. And it just gives you a lot of, you know, some of the games that came out for the Master System. And then on the other side is an afterburner poster. You know? That's what was good about gaming back then, guys. When you got a game, someone would throw in a poster with it, and you know, you got the instruction booklet. A lot of these games today don't do that. You know what I mean? And that's just to cut down cost and everything, and I understand. But I just love looking at these things and going back into my collections and reminiscing about these vintage games that are out. But that's Vigilante. It's a great side-scrolling beat-em-up. Now, my number 7 game is it's a twin game in it, and there's a great shooter game in here. It's called Astro Warrior and Hang On. These games are together, you know, but I'm going to tell you what, the Astro Warriors game is very addicting. I played this game over and over and over again. And to have, and you know, Hang On is another great game too, and it's a classic for the Master System. But it has both games on one cartridge, which is pretty awesome. And I found this for about $2 at a Goodwill. But if you get this game, man, it's worth it. The price on it, because you get 2 great games. And if you're into shoot 'em ups like I am, this is a top-down shooter. It is a great game, very good game for its time. So check it out. It's a great game. Now, my number 6 game here. It's another great game by Tanyo, and it came out on its arcade. Came out on other systems, updated graphics and stuff. It's called Stand. It's another great game on the Sega Master System. Artwork is pretty good. The guy kind of reminds you of a Conan. You know what I mean? On the back, you see a little bit of the graphics there. It's a side-scrolling hack and slash adventure game. It does have the book with it. And it's just a great game, guys. If you like adventure hack and slash games, you want to get into some old school ones, try to pick up Stand, if I'm saying it right, for the Sega Master System. It's a great game, and it's very enjoyable. Very enjoyable game. Now, my number, what is this? Where were we at? Number 5 game. This is another great game. That was on the Sega Genesis, and I believe it did a little better on a Sega Genesis. It's a great classic game, and the artwork is great on here. It is Shinobi, the original Shinobi here on the Sega Master System, which is another great game. It's in excellent condition. You can see some of the graphics there, and you can also buy this on your Xbox One X too via the Microsoft Store. It's a great game. I love Shinobi. I love it on the Genesis and on the Master System, and that's also complete. Good side-scrolling ninja game. One of my favorites of all time, Shinobi. Great game. Now, this next, what was that? Was that number 4? I think it was number 5, number 4. I can't. Let me see. I don't know. Can't remember, guys. It's top 10 here. I think it was. Where are we at? Okay, I think this is, let me see, number 4. I think right here, right now. Number 4. That was number 5, I believe. Am I right here? Yeah, I think. Sorry, guys. Now, this game here, this was a good game, and I own this game on the ColecoVision. It also came out for a version for the Sega Master System, and it was a great spaceship game. It's called Zaxxon 3D. Another great old school game. You guys might be too young to know about Zaxxon, but you can look it up. It's a great game. It was a very challenging, good game on the ColecoVision. The graphics were awesome for that time. But it is also not bad for the Sega Master System. It is a great game. Yes, and I do have the book with it. I'm so grateful to have some of these games complete. But it was a great game. You might enjoy it. If you want to try it out and see if you can get a Master System, it's pretty decent. A little bit challenging, but it's a great spaceship game to play. It's not bad at all. Alright. Now, my number 3 game, which is another great game that came out, that was big in the arcades, big on the Sega Genesis. These games came out for the later systems, like the original OG Xbox, the PlayStation 2. It is Outrun. Another great game on a Sega Master System. I love Outrun. There's the graphics there, you know, and they did a really good job with this game for the Sega Master System. Outrun's a great racing game. You have to get to your destination before the time runs out. That's what makes the game great. You know, you have to reach a destination where the time runs out. Your adrenaline's going like, man, I never ever reached. I think I reached the end once. But it makes you go back for more and more. It's a great game. You can't go wrong with Outrun on your Sega Master System. Now, my number 2 game here is called another great shooter. Wasn't really a whole bunch of shooters on a Master System. There's a shooter on a Master System that is very expensive. Can't remember the name of it. I don't own it. This is an 8-bit cartridge. It is Aerial Assault. Another great game on the Sega Master System, and this also came out, I believe, I have it on the Sega Game Gear. Aerial Assault. It's another great side-scrolling shmup game. Great graphics. Background graphics on it, great graphics. Aerial Assault is an awesome game for your Sega Master System. That is complete in there. But that is a great, great game. If you're into shooters, like I am, you won't go wrong. It is a pretty awesome game, and it's a little bit challenging, but it's a great game, guys. If you love shmup games, it's very fun. Now, my number 1 game, and I do have an honorable mention game. My number 1 game, really good shoot 'em up, very different, because you could transform into a spaceship and into a mech. That's what makes this game very, very unique for the time. A long time ago when this game came out. It is a great game. This game here, it's a card game. It's called Transbot. Another great game for the Sega Master System. This is my number 1 game. Now, I do have Sonic and all that, you know, and I always make Sonic in the videos. But Transbot is a great side-scrolling shoot-'em-up game. It is a card game. You slip into the old Sega Master System. You're not going to have it on the Master System 2. I have that box, the Master System 2. It doesn't have the card where you can put it in. But this is a great side-scrolling game. And if you can see the back a little bit, you can see where you can transform into a mech, and then there's where when you're a spaceship. It's a great game. This is my number 1 for the Sega Master System. I'll show you the card. The instructions are in there. There's the card right there. And it kind of looks like a, you know, like a... Not a Transformer, but I forgot. He kind of looks like a GoBot. You guys might not know about GoBots, but he kind of looks like a GoBot back in the day, or maybe a Micronaut. You guys don't know about Micronauts. That was way before your time. Or maybe a Shogun Warrior. Those were really good toys back in my day, you know. But that is my #1 game. Now the last game I had, which is an honorable mention, which is a 2 meg cartridge, which is it was an arcade hit, and it was a good game on here, and I played it a lot. It is called Alien Syndrome. Another great game that came out for the Master System that made it to other systems. It's even on the Wii and other systems like that. But this is a great game, guys. Alien Syndrome kind of reminds you of Aliens. My favorite sci-fi movie is Aliens. There's people that like the Predator, but I just think Alien's better than Predator. You guys might not believe me, but I believe, you know, Alien will whip Predator's ass. I know Predator is vicious, and you know he's very diddly, you know, alien type creature. But to me, Alien wins. You know what I mean? To me, Alien would rip his ass apart. You know what I mean? That Alien's the best, in my opinion. But this is Alien Syndrome. It does come with the book. In it, the artwork was kind of decent. You know what I mean? But that's my honorable mention. It's a great game. If you see here, you can see where you're a guy here and you have to go around shooting the aliens and you have to rescue people. But it is a great game, guys. Well, that's my top 10 for the Sega Master System, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to do some more of these top 10s because I like doing them. And you know I will definitely be back with more pickups. I'm starting to collect now some, you know, very slowly. But I want to say again, guys, thank you very much for subscribing and watching my channel, guys. I really appreciate it. Everybody, doesn't matter if you're young, old. I have a young guy out here that's subscribing, a really young kid. He does little videos, and I've checked out his channel, and he's a little kid, and he's showing some of his games and what he likes. That's what YouTube's all about, you know. So thanks again, guys, for subscribing and watching my opinions and things on gaming. All right, so you guys take care. Play what you like. Do your videos, man. I got your back. You know what I mean? I like the stuff that you guys do, man. Keep doing it, all right? And always remember, everybody, you know the drill. Xbox for life for me. Peace. See you later, Holmes. I'm out.